Royce. Hi, Royce. How are you? Hello, Miss Nisha. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Story Time with Miss Doris. I missed you guys. How are you guys doing? I hope you're having an awesome Wednesday. I love you guys. Well, guess what? I'm going to go ahead on and get started. I would like to say, first of all, I have an awesome book for us on today. I have an awesome book on for us today. Today we're going to be reading 3 stories. The first story we're going to be reading is Noah and the Great Flood. The other one is going to be the Tower of Babel. The Tower of Babel. And the last story we are going to be reading is Abraham offers Isaac. Abraham offers Isaac. And guess what? Guess who our guest Muppet friend is today? Our guest Muppet friend today is going to be Giraffe. Rex the Giraffe. Rex the Giraffe is our Muppet friend today. And this is our book that we're going to be reading today. Tony's the Apollo's book of Bible stories. So we're going to be reading 3 stories today out of this awesome book. Well, guess what? I'm just going to go ahead on and get started. We're running a little late. Sorry, I had some difficulties. So, I'd like to greet everyone all over the world. I would like to say hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some, good night. Someone is going to bed somewhere in the world, but guess what? You are just in time for story time with Miss Doris. Hello, Royce. Royce, how are you feeling on today, Royce? I hope you're feeling awesome and much better. And I hope you guys are having awesome weather. I hope the weather has eased up a little out there so you can go for those morning walks, Royce. So guess what? I'd like to give a few shout outs to you, Royce, Nisha, Ebony. Hello, Miss Sophia. Hi, So. How are you on today? How are you on today? Hello, Shanae. Hello, Shakana. Shaquavia. Hello, guys. How are you? Hello, Sir Mario. Sir Mario's going to be celebrating his birthday this weekend. Happy birthday to you, Sir Mario. Hello, Sir Rock. How are you guys? Hello, Aries. Hello, Seppi. Hello, Caden. Happy birthday, Caden. I missed your birthday. I'm sorry, but I'll see you soon. Well, I'm so glad Royce is doing awesome. Well, guess what, guys? It's enough of me doing all that talking. Hello to my PLCC family as well. Hello, PLCC, Pastor and elect Lady Washington. Congratulations on your 6-year church anniversary. We're going to be celebrating on this weekend. I'm so excited. Hello, artists. Hello, Miss BJ. Hello, Ruben. How are you guys on today? I hope you guys are awesome. Guess what? Let's get to that Storytime song. Remember, there it goes. Remember, always practice safety. Safety first when we're doing that Storytime song. Storytime. Storytime with Miss Storytime. I bet you guys are wearing beautiful colors on today. Cheery to you, sing to you, tell you all just what to do. I love that song. Tell you all just what to do. That's an awesome song. It's Story Time with Miss Doris. Story Time with Miss. Let's see, So. Are you singing really loud? I know you're singing, Royce. It's Story Time. Story Time with Miss. Cheery to you, sing to you, tell you all just what to do. Wow, Sophie, you were singing really loud. So I know you were. I know Royce is just really dancing and bouncing around if he's feeling better. But I hope so. I hope you're doing awesome, Royce. Well, guess what, guys? Go ahead on, have a seat, enjoy your lunch while Miss Doris reads you an awesome story on today. Our first story we're going to be reading is, whoa, I know those young men are singing really loud. Awesome job. I know you were singing because I can just imagine you singing really loud and dancing and bouncing around. Well, guess what? Go ahead on and have a seat while Miss Doris read you a story. Wow, you're tuning in while you're traveling. That's what I'm talking about. Where are you, on your way to Vegas already? Make sure you let me know when you get here. Let's get started with our story, Noah and the Great Flood. This is the account of Noah. Noah was a righteous man, blameless among the people of his time, and he walked with God. Noah had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. So God said to Noah, I'm going to put an end to all people from the earth, for the earth is filled with violence because of them. Let me turn the music down just a tad bit. I am surely going to destroy both of them on the earth. So make yourself an ark of cypress wood, make rooms in it, and coat it with pitch inside out. I'm going to bring flood waters on the earth to destroy all life under the heavens, and every creature that has the breath of life in it. Everything on earth will perish, but I will establish my covenant with you, and you will enter the ark, you and your sons and your wives and your sons' wives with you. You are to bring into the ark 2 of all living creatures, male and female, to keep them alive with you. You are to take every kind of food that is to be eaten and store it away as food for you and for them. Noah did everything just as God commanded him to do. Story time with Miss. It's story time. Story time with Miss. This is huge. This book is really huge. And Noah and his sons and his wives and his sons' wives entered the ark and escaped the waters of the flood. And after the 7 days after the flood waters came on the earth, the waters rose and increased greatly on the earth, and the ark floated on the surface of the water. Every living thing on the face of the earth was wiped out, men and animals, and the creatures that move along the ground, and the birds of the air were wiped from the earth. Only Noah was left, and all those with him in the ark. The waters flooded the earth for 150 days. But God remembered Noah and all the wild animals and the livestock that were both with him in the ark. And he sent a wind over the earth, and the waters receded. The waters receded steadily from the earth. At the end of 150 days, the water had gone down. On the 17th day of the 17th month, the 17th day of the 7th month, the ark came to rest on the mountains of Azareth. After 50 days, Noah opened the window he had made in the ark and sent out a raven, and it kept flying back and forth until the waters had dried up from all the earth. Then he sent out a dove to see if the water had receded from the surface of the ground. But the dove could not find no place to set feet, because there was no water all over the surface of the earth. So it returned to Noah in the ark. He reached out his hand and took the dove and brought it back to himself in the ark. He waited 7 more days and again sent out the dove from the ark. When the dove returned to him in the evening, there in its beak was a freshly plucked olive leaf. Then Noah knew that the water had receded from the earth. He waited 7 more days and sent the dove out again, but this time it did not return. Story time, story time, story time with Miss. Story time, story time. By the first day of the month of Noah's 601st year, the water had dried up from the earth. Noah then removed the covering from the ark and saw that the surface of the ground was dry. So Noah came out together with his sons and his wives and his sons' wives and all the animals and all the creatures that moved along the ground and all the birds and everything that moved on the earth came out of the ark, one kind after another. Then God said to Noah and to his sons, I establish my covenant with you. Never again will all life be cut off by the waters of a flood. Never, never again will there be a flood to destroy the earth. I have set my rainbow in the clouds, and it will be the signs of the covenant between me and the earth. Whenever I bring the clouds over the earth and the rainbow appears in the sky, I will remember my covenant between me and you and all living creatures of every kind. Never again will the waters become a flood to destroy all life. Story time with Miss. Story time. Story time. That is an awesome story and beautiful colors. The next story we're going to read is The Tower of Babel. God blessed Noah and his sons, saying to them, be fruitful and increase in number and fill the earth. After the flood, Noah lived 350 years. Altogether, Noah lived 950 years, and then he died. Now the whole world had one language and a common speech. As men moved eastward, they found a plain in Shinar and settled there. They said to each other, come, let's make bricks and bake them thoroughly. They used bricks instead of stone and tar for mortar. Then they said, come, let us build ourselves a city with a tower that reaches the heavens, so that we may make a name for ourselves and not be scattered over the face of the whole earth. But the Lord came down to the city and the tower that the men were building. Then the Lord said, if as one people speaking the same language they have begun to do this, then nothing they plan to do will be impossible for them. Come, let us go down and confuse their language, so they will not understand each other. So the Lord scattered them from there all over the earth, and they stopped building the city. That is why it was called Babel, because the Lord confused the language of the whole world. From there the Lord scattered them all over the face of the whole earth. Our next story we're going to be reading is Abraham offers Isaac to God. God chose a man named Abraham and a woman named Sarah to be parents of a special people who would be known as the Israelites. Even though Abraham and Sarah was very, very old, God promised them they would have a son, Isaac, who would carry on the family line. Now the Lord was gracious to Sarah as he had said, and the Lord did for Sarah what he had promised. Sarah became pregnant and bore a son to Abraham in his old age. At the very time God had promised him, Abraham gave the name Isaac to the son Sarah bore him. Sometime later, God tested Abraham. He said to him, "Abraham, here I am," he replied. Then God said, "Take your son, your only son Isaac, whom you love, and go to the region of Moriah. Sacrifice him there as a burnt offering on one of the mountains I will tell you about." Early the next morning, Abraham got up and saddled his donkey. He took him with him, 2 of his servants, and his son Isaac. When he had cut enough wood for the burnt offering, he set out for the place God had told him about. On the 3rd day, Abraham looked up and saw in a distance. He said to his servants, "Stay here with the donkey while I and the boy go over there. We will worship and then we will come back to you." Abraham took the wood of the burnt offering and placed it on his son Isaac, and he himself carried the fire and the knife. As the 2 of them went on together, Isaac spoke up and said to his father, "Abraham, father." "Yes, my son," Abraham replied. "The fire and wood are here," Isaac said, "but where is the lamb for the burnt offering?" Abraham answered, "God himself will provide the lamb for the burnt offering, my son." And the 2 of them went on together. It's story time. Story time with Miss. It's story time. Story time with Miss. It's story time. When they reached the place God had told them about, Abraham built an altar there and arranged the wood on it. He bound his son Isaac and said, and laid him on the altar on the top of the wood. Then he reached out his hand and took the knife to slay his son. But the angel of the Lord called out to him from heaven, "Abraham, Abraham." "Here I am," he replied. "Do not lay a hand on the boy," he said. "Do not do anything to him. Now I know that you fear God, because you have not withheld from me your son, your only son." Abraham looked up there in the thicket. He saw a ram caught by its thorns. He went over and took the ram and sacrificed it for a burnt offering instead of his son. So Abraham called the place of the Lord that would provide. And to this day it is said, "On the mountain of the Lord it will be provided." Wow. Oh my God. So he was a man that feared God, and he was going to sacrifice his one and only son. But God said, "Not so." Wow, that's awesome. Thank you, God. Wow. Those are three awesome, beautiful, beautiful short stories on today. I hope you guys enjoyed those three stories. You guys were awesome. You sat so attentively while Miss Doris read you a story on today. I'm so excited, guys. Well, guess what? Remember, if you are not feeling well, always let someone know that you're not feeling well, and they will take really good care of you. And when you're out and about and when you're traveling in the car like Royce is doing with Mom, where are you on your way to, Royce? Are you going shopping? Are you going to the airport? Are you going to McDonald's? Are you going to the movies? Or guess what? Doesn't matter where you're going, but just make sure that you are practicing safety first. And always make sure that you are washing and sanitizing your hands, Sophia, at all times when you're playing with those baby dolls, or if you're outside on your rollerblades or your skateboard. Always make sure that you are washing and sanitizing your hands. And when you get out the car, or when you go out in public and your moms give you your mask to put on, make sure you guys are wearing your mask at all times. Don't take your mask off unless someone tells you to. Remember, we're still practicing safety first. Even though they have lifted the safety regulations, I know they lifted them here in Las Vegas on yesterday, June 1st, but guess what? I'm still wearing my mask. So, but it's up to you if you want your kids to wear their mask, but I'm going to still wear my mask because guess what? They just released it yesterday, but we still have to be careful. But when you're in a public place with a lot of people, make sure you're wearing your mask. Guess what, guys? I enjoyed you on today on our Wednesday, Christian Wednesday reading day. Remember, if you're not smiling on today, we have a smile. Rex and I have a smile just for you. I hope you're smiling. Have an awesome day. Don't forget, share story time with your family and friends. And don't forget to check out Storytime's YouTube channel. Take care, guys. I love all of you guys. Have an awesome day. While you're running errands, I'm about to go run errands too. But take care. Well, I'm so glad you guys are having awesome weather now. So I was really concerned. So I'm glad your weather there is way much better there in Texas. Hello, Shakana. Hello, Shaquavia. I missed you on story time. But guess what? You can catch the replay. I know you're going to enjoy it. But take care, guys. I love all of you. And remember, don't forget to smile. Take care.